discover a way to break InsaneCraft by cloning any item I want an infinite amount of times. I know that this sounds impossible, but there's genuinely a way within the mod pack to make this happen, and it allows it to work for any single item. That includes both vanilla and modded things. The opportunity with this is absolutely limitless, but the only problem is if anyone on the server finds out, it all comes crashing down. Okay, so the way we're going to actually duplicate items is not going to be an easy feat at all. However, we did a lot of the legwork already, which is by getting 9.22 E of energy. If you're wondering how much energy that is, I genuinely don't know. The game stopped counting. If you look at the top left-hand corner of the screen, we literally don't generate any more EMC. So we've tapped it out and hit the absolute maximum in the game, which I didn't even know was possible, but I guess that means we officially beat SSundee as the richest on the server, even though we kind of reached a cap. But the item's called the Final Star, and if it says you put it on top of a pedestal and drop an item on top, it will clone it infinitely. Now, I don't know for sure if this is going to work, so I'm a little bit reluctant to try this, and at the same time as well, if it does work, we officially will break the server. Like, I don't think that anyone will ever be able to match up against us. That being said, that's never stopped us before, so we're gonna go ahead and build one of these for ourselves. And on top of that, a brand new weapon just dropped today in InsaneCraft, and that's the Attractor Beam or Repeller Beam. The only catch is, it's ridiculously complicated. Now, obviously, we've gotten weightless gems before and Master Forged ingots, but in order to get these, the powerful polar Cranites, you're gonna have to go ahead and get yourself some Gigacharge solutions and potent Polar Cranite crystals, which are a very big task, and something we're gonna have to do not only today, but work on as well in a future episode. That's because in order to get them, we need an unpowered Ember Star, which is a deviant star in the middle, and the only way to get that is by deviating a Wither. I know, you're probably like, Jerome, you can't just deviate a boss in Minecraft, and as of today, you actually can. Thanks to the Rod of Ultimatum, you can combine your old deviation and super mutation wands with a brand new Ultimatum Analyzer, and you're able to go ahead and deviate any single creature that's thrown your way. Which immediately makes my brain think, if we can do it with the Wither, what happens if we do it with the Ender Dragon? Oh, that's probably a terrible idea, and we should definitely not do that. Unless... Also, I noticed one big thing when going into SSundee's base, and that is that he used multiple dark matter pedestals to charge up his EMC. And the thing is that I didn't realize you could do that. I thought you could only have one at a time, but it turns out they stack and stack and stack. So we gotta go ahead and try and use that for ourselves. And on top of that too, SSundee's getting really, really bold. I mean, look, his name tag's right there. He's not even hiding that he's right below our base. I don't know if he just assumes we all know, or if he's just giving up trying to hide because he's so powerful, but you know what, SSundee? Your boldness and proudness will be the downfall of you, pal. So we'll go ahead and pull out 5 Watches of Flowing Times and 5 Dark Matter Pedestals, throw them on top of our EMC, even though we're not generating anymore at the moment, and go from there. I mean, to be fair, in order to make this thing, it is going to take a considerable amount of our EMC. In fact, if you take a... We literally can't... Okay, there we go. It wasn't letting me at first put... Wait, no, stop. I don't want to pull out more. Stop. I can't put more in there. Well, I guess I'm stuck with 2 of those. But if you look, it'll take up 1.09 E, which at the moment means 1.09 quintillion energy. We only have 9 quintillion, so, I mean, technically speaking, it is a lot. So let's just head on down here and let's give it a go. I genuinely don't know what to expect, but I know this is probably going to be really overpowered, and eventually I might even lag out the server, so please don't tell anyone that I'm doing this. All right, so we'll put 1 down right there. We'll put them like all around surrounding it. 1 right there. We'll even put 1 right here in the corner. 1 there, 1 there, and I guess we'll put 1 down right there. All right, so now we have to set all these to fast forward, and... right-click it, boom, and it looks like that one's activating. Now, we're not going to know until we actually use up all of our EMC whether or not this is working, but I'm pretty sure it'll be very telling once we go ahead and make this final star. I'm, like, so excited for this, you have no idea. And whoopsies, I forgot to make this one fast forward mode. And just in case, I think I forgot to do with that one too, so we'll just go ahead and make sure that that one's set up properly. There we go. And last but not least, the final Watch of Flowing Time. So we should be super duper good and probably making just too much money. Now, in order to prepare us to actually make this Attractor Beam, I went ahead and assembled all the items that we've already gotten before. So the Mastercrafted Alloys and the Weightless Gem are going to be used to actually build the Repeller Beam, which we've done those in the past, so I went ahead and got those myself. We also have some dimensional capacitors and master fast-setted quartz, which obviously we've done in the past as well, and that'll be used with the Deviant Star in order to make an unpowered Ember Star. Trust me, it's all gonna make sense, especially next episode when we get a little bit deeper into this. But more or less, all you have to know is we need this item for now. And last but not least, we have power drives, master forged ingots, and a beacon, of course. And that's gonna go ahead and help us to actually create the ultimatum analyzer, and of course, the parts that go into it. Now, the first order of business for us is going to be going ahead and getting the crystal plating, which might sound easy, but it's really not. Now, reinforced glass, master faceted quartz, and perfect pearls are not really that big of a deal. The only question is, where are my rods of deviation and super... I think I remember where I put them. I think they're at the bottom of my nuclear reactor still from way a long time ago. I left a bunch of items down there just so people didn't think that it was vacant. What in the world is going... Fading matter... Okay, someone else in the server is clearly trying to make money. I'm assuming it's Henwy, but oh no, someone found out about my hideout. Someone found out about my hideout. Okay, good. They're still here. Same with my life reconfigurator and my weird Herobrine injection, which I don't remember that episode, but that was kind of crazy. Talk about a really creepy injection. All right, well, we got all the tools we need. Now the hard part is finding llamas, super enraging them, and then using these crystals on them, and hopefully not dying 100 times in the process. Although I think Toxic Spit, probably gonna die 100 times in the process. All right, well, here he is. Let's go ahead. There's the Deviant. There's the super mutated. Oh God, why does he have wings? He's like a Pegasus of doom and stuff. And he actually does have Toxic Spit. I was only half kidding about that. I was like, well, what other attacks could he have? And lo and behold, it's real. Toxic Spit is a real thing. Okay, you know what? You stop that. You stop that there, llama. All right, let's go ahead and use... Oh my gosh. Okay, I was gonna say, is he impervious to my throwing daggers? All right, we gotta go ahead and lower his health a bunch. Bro. How much HP does this thing have? Okay, let's go ahead and keep spamming him with it. You know, I'm gonna hit him with my Sword of the Cosmos. I was humiliated by vile spit. Yeah, that sounds about right. Oh, Andrew hitting me with the F. Come on, like you haven't been here before. All right, so I think we got him fully enraged. So now he's got to right-click with one of these crystals. It worked! It worked! We got the crystal! We got one crystal. Okay, how many? One of those, and now we only have to do that a bunch more times. And by a bunch more, I mean we need to do it 5 more times, which is just going to be the absolute worst. But it's all for science, right? Well, after a lot of pain, we were able to get all 6 of them. So now we're going to bring them back to our base and combine them with a couple other things in order to actually make the crystal plating, which are perfect pearls, master faceted quartz, and of course, last but not least, the glass. Which all in all is really not a big deal. All right, so we just come on into here, and this should be a big part of it down. However, we still have to go through a bunch of different dimensions in order to make this happen. And like I said, we're literally only building part of this today. The part of it being the Rod of Ultimatum and going to take down the Wither that way. So now in order to make the Ultimatum Analyzer, we already have the Master Forged Ingots, but we have to go ahead and get ourselves 2 things of Mysterious Gloop, which, believe it or not, are from a mob called Gloop, which is a very, very rare spawn in the Labyrinth dimension. Then after that, we have to go to the Lost Infinity Mining dimension in order to get ourselves some magic stones by killing mobs over there. So in order to get to the Labyrinth dimension, we just have to use one of these good old-fashioned starlit globes, which actually got a retexture, and now they're red, which looks really nice. Oh God! Oh gosh, this is bad. This is bad. All right, Axiom Celestarium. And now we just have to keep our eyes out for something called Gloop, which could be anywhere in here. And as you can see, this dimension is very, very dangerous, so I am not looking forward to this at all. Wait, there it is! That's a Gloop right there! All right, we gotta go ahead and kill this thing. I don't know how powerful they are, or if they even really... Yeah, they are very, very weak, apparently. But they're just... Oh, we died! But at least we killed a Gloop. Hopefully we got one of its drops. Alright, so I would say I died more times than I'm willing to admit, except for the fact that you can see by the starlit globes, I died quite a bit of times making this happen. However, I did, in fact, manage to get the 1 Mysterious Gloop the first time, and I got some extra Mysterious Gloop on top of that. Now I just have to go ahead and go down to the mining dimension and look toxic... Why am I like this? Why am I like this? Okay, so this time around we have a filtration mask, and now we can actually survive in this dimension. So we have to go all the way to the mining area and then find ourselves something called rock pest. Oh gosh, you get away from me, Ribrex. Ew, gross, weird. And after we kill the rock pests, we should be able to get these drops. I think this one's going to be a lot easier. This dimension really isn't scaled as well to our abilities nowadays, so I'm not too concerned. All right, so there's one right here. This is called a rock pest. And like I said, yeah, I thought it'd be a one-hit kill. So we just have to do that a couple more times, get some magic stones, and we'll be all good. And that's the last one. There we go. So we got all 4 of these. We can head on back to the other dimension, and things should be fine there. All right, so we go ahead and get the other components, and we should be looking good to go on actually crafting this thing. All right, down to the crafting table and the ultimatum analyzer. First, got to make the Atlas beacon like so. Then we just go ahead down here and boom, we now have it. But in order to fully charge it, we have to get a fully super mutated Vex, Stray, Creeper, Witch, Magma Cube, Slime Strider, Slime, Piglet, Skeleton, Llama. all into one big pit, super mutate them, and then use this around them. Which, thanks to our deviant relocator, might be a little easier than you'd think, because we can go ahead, collect the deviants, throw them all in the pit, super mutate them, and then use it from there. Still, though, it's gonna be a very big yikes.
6.5 hours later.
So after about 2 hours of collecting all the mobs and then another 30 minutes just getting them all to behave down here and dying many, many times, we finally charged up the ultimatum analyzer, which I'm 100% cutting from this video because that was ridiculous and my brain hurts. Alright, so we bring these over here, go ahead, and boom, we now have the Rod of Ultimatum, which will allow us to deviate the Wither and fight him. But that's gonna be a big challenge for the next episode. Let's get back on task here and actually make the final star and start trying to clone some items in the game. My hope is that this works with not only vanilla items, but also items from the Lost Infinity mod. If it does, well then the opportunity is limitless. And we literally are going to crush SSundee. Alright, so for the moment of truth, in order to make the final star, we need 8 of the final Power Flower Bonsai Pots, which we already have in our EMC table, a dragon egg, which I have here because we used those in order to make pickled infinity way a long time ago, you know, to become the most powerful pickle in all the universe. What, you thought I forgot about this guy? Not a chance. #1 baby in the world. Best pickle. So let's go ahead and pull out 8 of these real quick. And oh my gosh, we're probably going to make that EMC back so quickly. There we go. 8 of them. And then, of course, we have to put them on top of a dark matter pedestal and then eventually a chest as well. Also, I'm really sorry, but I am lagging up a storm. And the only thing I can think of is that these dark matter pedestals are making me lag. So I'm going to go ahead and deactivate all these extra ones because I was fine before I did that. And things are kind of bad. But I'll turn them back on before I go offline. That way I'm always generating the energy. And while I'm filming an episode, I'm not lagging every 5 starting back up. The server may lag for a bit. Well, you know, yeah, I know, server. I know. All right, so we got our chest down, and then it said right next to it, right? Okay, so it said next to the dark matter pedestal. All right, so we put this down right next to it, and then, oh, I forgot to craft the actual thing itself. Here we go, the final star. Now, remember, if this works, we can't tell anyone. Please don't let any of the other guys know, because if they find out, we are so getting banned from this server, it's not even funny. All right, there we go. All right, well, it's activated, so we should be able to go ahead and just drop any item we want on it, and I think the rest from there should duplicate infinitely. Let's see. Bruh. No, that is not working. All right, so that totally just worked with raw chicken. But what if we stepped it up a notch and did something a little more valuable than some chicken? Let's try and go ahead and do it with something from Lost Infinity, like the Hollow Saber. All right, here we go. Let's drop it on top, and now... No! It did duplicate it, dude! We're getting infinite Hollow Sabers right now! So now we go ahead and bring this back to SSundee, and he'll never even know. What about something as rare and powerful as the Axiom Celestarium, which I'm the only one on the server to have, and the only one that can get... Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Alright, listen to me. Nobody can know about this. If SSundee gets word that this exists, he's gonna not only steal it, but maybe even use it for more evil things. We gotta turn this off for now, because that is definitely a problem.